Alright, so Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is another psychological, deeply emotional sci-fi shooter. Great. The year is 2035 and you are playing JSOC Commander David Section Mason, leading a team to investigate a new threat from a tech titan called the Guild. The Guild utilizes a direct neural interface, the DNI system, to enact psychological warfare. Mason is drawn into mind-bending simulations that blur reality and force him to confront his past and the fears of previous Black Ops legends. Seriously though, I have to imagine that at this point in time, this game is just a throwaway title in the Call of Duty series, much like Cold War and maybe Vanguard were. If you don't remember those titles, well, that's exactly my point. The initial trailer for Black Ops 7 was recently revealed at Gamescom 2025 in Germany, and it was pretty much exactly what I expected, at least, which was a bunch of future AI, artificial intelligence, hologram robots, alien looking mech suits, all with wall running and jetpacking across the map, giant machetes falling from the sky, Inception like street and world bending, all guised under this deeply psychological and emotional turmoil where you don't know what reality is, where it is, how it is, who it is. All of this under the title of Call of Duty. How this has anything to do with warfare at all, I don't know. In some futuristic made-up sci-fi world, obviously it probably fits just fine, and yet again we are in the middle of a situation where Call of Duty's identity and what it claims to hold true completely 180 depending on who is behind the development of the game. Black Ops 7 is taking much more of a Black Ops 4 approach with character abilities that range from super strong mech suits, flying through the air, wall running, probably invisibility and cloaking, super sliding, super speed, rockets that shoot out of your arms, swords that come out of your dick. Who the hell knows? What we do seem to know, however, is that no one is interested in this game. At least the majority of everyone that I've seen online that has been polled about their interest in the game, this game is not polling well. This game is going to end up being a throwaway COD. It's a game that's going to release because they had to release a game due to their development cycle, and it's just probably going to sort of slip away, wash away. Multiplayer is supposed to be revealed, of course, over the coming weeks or months at Call of Duty Next. I don't know if Warzone will be mentioned. They haven't spoken about it yet, or if any iteration of the Warzone experience will be brought up. I don't think Warzone's going to change quite like we thought it may have. There's no indication that Blackout will be returning and Warzone will be going anywhere. Considering how in place and deeply rooted Warzone is in Call of Duty as of now, it will probably just be a reskin of what we currently have. More on that to come, of course, as we get more information, and as you can probably tell by my facial expression and tone in this video, I could not care less about this game, and I know that that's just me. There are probably plenty of people out there who will enjoy the game and will, of course, inevitably buy and support the game, but I would say that considering what we're fixing to get being Battlefield 6 Arc Raiders, I just don't think that this game is going anywhere. I don't think that this game has any traction to it at all. I don't think people are interested in the narrative. I don't think the storyline with this weird psycho experimental emotional rabbit hole of whatever the hell they're trying to pull off here in this far future robotic world, I just don't think it's interesting at all. Again, like I said earlier, it just lends even more credence to the fact that Call of Duty continues to have no idea what game it wants to be. It's constantly going from one end of the spectrum to completely the other end of the spectrum, never maintaining any sort of middle ground or anything. And I know that there are tens of millions of players who play this game. You cannot please everyone, and everyone is always going to want something slightly different. But this, at least right now, this year in this development cycle with the release date that it has, I just don't see anyone buying into this at all. Now, assuming that Warzone does get a reskin, I do fully anticipate that Call of Duty Warzone will remain relevant and popular. It's a good caveat, I guess, or fallback to a Battlefield type of experience. Arc Raiders Tarkov, which is scheduled to go into 1.0 in November, I think on the 15th. Whether or not that happens, who knows? But Call of Duty has always been and always will be that really tight, fast-paced arcade alternative to the otherwise slower and more methodical gameplay styles. So I don't expect Warzone to go anywhere. What I do expect to happen though is if any of the mechanics that we've seen from at least the campaign, which will probably transition over into multiplayer somewhat, were to transition over into Call of Duty Warzone, that is probably not going to go over very well. I don't anticipate that happening because of how drastic of a change it would be, and because of how many people just really don't seem to like it, being the over-the-top character abilities and the mech suits and the wall running and the jetpacking through the sky. Warzone is already relatively chaotic enough with the speed of the movement and various things of that nature. Adding that type of gameplay to a Warzone experience versus just creating a new one being something like Blackout, 2, I just don't really see that going over well at all. Again, remains to be seen. We have no information on that yet. It is going to have a co-op campaign. Some people think that that's interesting. Obviously, the multiplayer is Call of Duty multiplayer, and the most interesting part of the whole game and why most people, if anyone, are excited for it is just the zombies modes that are coming to the Black Ops 7 title. Zombies seems to be something that people of the series just love, and if you're a diehard fan of it, cool, you always have that to look forward to. But I just don't know, man. I mean, I'm not gonna spend the whole video or 20-30 minutes just going over how much I think the game sucks or how bad I think the game is gonna be, because I mean, maybe, yeah, but realistically, I just don't get the point, man. It doesn't seem like this is a Call of Duty title that is supposed to mean anything. And I tell you exactly what's gonna end up happening is this Call of Duty is gonna release. It's gonna do what it does. Again, I foresee it being more of like a Cold War Vanguard type scenario. It's gonna release, people are gonna play it. It is what it is, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders and Tarkov, they have their time in the sun, Modern Warfare 4 or whatever they decide to call it is gonna come creeping back around the bend. And what are they gonna say? We're back to tactical, modern, boots on the ground, gritty, violent, dynamic, hardcore. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I would bet money on it, mark my words. That is exactly what is going to happen. I'll leave it there though, guys and gals. Honestly, I think the soldiers look goofy. I think the weapons look goofy. I think the little robots running around the map are goofy. I think wall jumping and jetpacking and bouncing off of everything is goofy, and power sliding and having all this shit come out of your body. I think it's goofy. I don't get it. It's not for me. Maybe it is for you, and I have no problem with that. Again, I've always said, and I always will say, that if you're having fun, that's all that matters. It just seems like the consensus at large is that this game and the premise of this game simply does not make any sense at all. I watched the reveal live at Gamescom. I was reading through the chat. No one cared, man. It was filled with L, move on, move on, move on. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see this crap. Call of Duty is constantly flip-flopping back and forth between universes from one end to the other, trying to establish an identity, going way far out one way, and then coming back to what inevitably we all know that they'll do, which is to capitalize on the want of something that actually does make sense and belong. They're not the only game franchise that does it. They just do it so much more and so much more blatantly than anyone else because they're constantly releasing new titles. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this game at all? If you are, what are you excited about? Are you excited about the co-op campaign, the new multiplayer experience, zombies? I know a lot of people are excited for zombies. Is this something where you actually do enjoy all of sort of the future tech, mech suit style movements? Just because I don't doesn't mean that you don't, doesn't mean that you can't. We're just having a discussion. So let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? How do you view this game? Do you think about it at all? Is it something that you're gonna play? Anyway though, folks, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, throw a sub on the channel as well. We are live 3 days a week here on YouTube, as well as Twitch and TikTok. There are links in the description. Come by, check us out. Let me know what you guys think live as well. We like to talk about the same things in our live streams as we do here in our VODs. I'll see you guys online.